What is going on, everybody? 2Bob29 back in the lounge yet again. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks. It's time for day number 4 of the Titan Takeover Extravaganza. We have the, I know it's not Titan related, but we have the Grant Camping event. This is actually ridiculous that we have an asset for this. Grant Camping returns. So there is a loot on Camp Champions for Grant Camping. So make sure to go ahead and get your 55 pull for the Grant Camping loot, because that's literally what it's called. I am not doing that on this video. I don't like doing the loot pull videos. I think they're pretty silly and stupid. But hey, power to the people that do them. I don't really care. I am, however, here to talk about the Titan. So we're going to go through and start our day 4 just like we started out all the other days, in collecting our rewards from the previous day. So there you have it. That is what we brought in from yesterday when we had to fight the Showboat with our acrobats. So hopefully you enjoyed that Xavier Woods video where we got to break through 100 billion damage. Fair warning, today will not be like yesterday. it's just not gonna happen. I'm looking at my well, I guess I should sort by talent. I'm looking at my showboats here that I can fight with, and it's kind of coming down to Penta. Hopefully before the month is over, I will get enough to take him up to height 3 moving forward, so that would be very nice. I'm going to go ahead and steal this off of Alistair Black. I was doing his tour earlier today. Penta still has 99 MP, so I'm going to stick with this setup for now. And I'm going to just focus on making as many multiply gems as possible, as strong as possible. So there you have it. That's going to be the setup that we're going with. I don't really think there's any reason for anything else here. Maybe we can do the reinforced gems, but I feel like that is a waste when I can just get the gem damage increase again. So yeah, we're gonna stick with this. Yellow gem damage and the yellow rumble, because obviously everything is very yellow with Penta. And we also got our moment, so 50% gem damage, 50% yellow gem damage, and 50% health. I don't know that the health is going to help here, but we are going to go ahead and showcase our Cena tactic one more time. Cena, I haven't changed anything with him here, and I haven't changed anything with him here in terms of all the health bonuses. JBL's doesn't show, but it is another 30% health as well. And I haven't changed anything with the strap itself or the medals, but you might notice we have something new today, and it was something that I thought about yesterday in the video that we took yesterday. Why don't we go ahead and put on the ring royalty plate so that whenever we destroy 30 gems, we can essentially generate all of the MP instead of just one. So yes, it does put me down to essentially no more skill plate moves. I don't know if you can see that, but no skill plate moves for the rest of the month. Mine renews at the start of the month, end of the month, so I'll be good for a couple of days to not have any skill plate moves. Always check the tag link that we're good there. But yeah, I mean, I'm a little nervous on this one because Taker, where is it? Not bonus, is it stats? Yeah, Taker's going to get an aggression and toughness bonus, I think, because he's fighting Cena as a trickster. But we'll find out how much Cena can take from Taker. Maybe we only get one full set of turns for Penta. If we're lucky, maybe we can get 2. I don't expect any of that to happen, but we shall see. So without further ado, we're going to get this show on the road. And we're going to just start stacking with Penta. So there's my first hit. I don't really think there's ever going to be a situation where I'm going to use the multi-gem increase move as much as I would just the generate move. So I'm going to just keep stacking the gem damage here, because every move will give another 90% of yellow gem damage, which is pretty solid. And in this case, now I'm going to put the multi-gems out, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit the finisher one more time, and then we'll tag into Cena, and then Cena will trigger his ring royalty plate. So our multis are at 12 million already, which is nice, but that is before this finisher gives us the boost, so I can't really tell you exactly what they're at, plus the hype. Looked like it was closer to like 19 million maybe, I don't know. But there you have it for our first turn with Penta. So we got up to 900 million there. And then we're going to tag out, and for sure we're going to use Cena's, I forget what it's called, the Bulldog. We're going to turn the whole board into yellow. That is going to trigger our ring royalty plate, and that will hopefully refill every move that Penta has. We're just looking for a purple and a yellow gem, and it'll get refilled. So easy does it. And you can obviously see Penta's moves are fully loaded. So Cena's going to take the hit there. That's fine. He freezes the board, I guess. I don't really care about that. We'll take the hot tag, which is another yellow gem boost. And we'll turn our board yellow. And then turn it yellow again. And then we'll put the multis out and then turn it yellow a third time. So let's see what we're looking like here. After our gem boost, we're at 210 million with no multis. This will be a nice hit also. Yeah, I'm not expecting to hit as heavy as the other days did. There's 216. So yeah, pretty even. And if you're wondering why I keep doing the finisher and not the purple, it's because I don't have a lot of faith that I'm going to recycle the purple. We're at 33 million there. I don't have a lot of faith that we're going to recycle the purple on just a random cascade after this or after the Rumble. If it happens, sure, it's nice, but it's not good to bank on. So there you have it, right? It's an example of it not happening. We just hit for 2 billion, which is cool. And we get to tag back out to Cena. And we'll hit the Bulldog and turn the entire board into yellow gems. Hopefully after this, with our wild cards from the Ring Royalty, we will latch on to a purple gem on the board, which we do, and that will give us all of our moves on our starter, in this case, Zombie Penta, back. So there we go. There is Taker's second hit. And like I was afraid, it looks like he's doing more damage than he typically does, or the Titans, I should say, are doing more damage than they typically do because of the class advantage, which is what I expected. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and hit our finisher one more time here, hit it a second time again, put out the multi-gems, and then we will hit the finisher. So there is that. Yes, of course, we got lucky with the purples there, but you can't expect it. Hit our finisher one more time. And then we'll hit our multi-gems and the finisher one final time. Tag back out to Cena. And unfortunately, I think he will end up losing all of his health to Taker's big old 300 million mega hit. Even though we have Hype 3 Cena against his Hype 2. I still think it's going to be a loss for our Cena. And if it's not, then we're going to end up losing him from the one-off hits on his, first turn, second turn type of thing. I couldn't tell you how much that one was, but definitely very strong. There we have it. Cena's back in. I can already tell by how much health he's missing that he is definitely going down here. So Bulldog one more time. You can tell there's not a lot of purples on the board, so a good board reset. There's the purples as is, even without the Ring Royalty, which is good. With the Ring Royalty, obviously, we will get our MP back for our starter. And unfortunately, I believe this is where we lose our Cena. So it's a shame, but he will have helped us for all those first 3 turns. So unfortunate, but we are here nevertheless with our Penta. Again, not worth using the multi-gems right out the gate, but what I am going to do is I think in this scenario, I will use the multi-gem increase on the back end. Again, obviously we got lucky with a 4-match there. You can't bank on it. It's just not worth it. And a 3-match there that would have recycled us even after the tour perks fall off. But I'm going to go ahead and hit that one more time. There's 11 boosts of 90% yellow gem damage, which is pretty damn solid. And then we're going to put our multis out and then increase them. So that hit was 640 mil. We're going to hit our multi-gem move here, and we're going to increase them afterwards. So there you go. 11 sets of 90% gem damage, 2 sets of 100% gem damage. Our base yellow is at 7 mil. Our times 15s are at 100, and let's round it up to 112 mil. And we have 41 of those. So pretty solid. That's going to be about a 5 billion plus damage hit just on the multis alone. And then all of the other yellows and then the yellow rumble. It's probably close to about a 6 billion, maybe 7 billion damage hit. So kind of like I thought, the Striker will be our worst day because we don't get all of these additional bonuses with Penta like we would typically be getting on all the other days, because Cena's a trickster and Taker is a striker, so he gets that class advantage against us. Definitely a letdown, but it is what it is. Let's see what else we can possibly get out of Penta before we lose out on the rest of this fight. This video is definitely going to go a lot quicker than the other ones, simply because I don't have 3 more turns to have to go through. So that's always a nice thing for those of you at home that are looking for a little bit of a quicker video. Whenever I do get my Cena to height 4, I am curious if he will have enough to defend against Taker in that case in terms of defense, because I will not be able to get any more health on him moving forward. I definitely have as much health as I can possibly get, and I don't really think they're coming out with any Vitality 2 medals or an increase on health entourage anytime soon. So we're gonna take what we get, and in this case we got 3 full extra turns of boost, which is definitely better than 0 turns. So that's what you got to work with. Obviously Penta's going to die at the end of this round because Taker's going to do 600 million damage to us. So once again, we're just going to get out as much damage as we can, and that'll be it for our tier 5 on the day. So pretty straightforward stuff, at least from me again, right? Like the strat for me is using Cena as much as possible for the higher tier of Titans. That seems to be the biggest bang for your buck, instead of just using like 2 really strong damage dealers. Don't get me wrong, your damage dealers can probably do like 3, 4, 5 billion damage, which is great. But when you're getting 5 billion plus on a single hit from someone, it's worth, you know, stacking those boosts up, so on and so forth. But that's going to be it for our tier 5. We did what we could. Penta with a great showing, a lot better than I thought. Was hopeful I would be able to get him to hype 3, but I didn't. Hopefully by the end of the month, I will have enough to do one more pull on the zombie hype loot, and maybe we can get him to hype 3, because I'm saving all of my other hype coins for moving forward. So definitely a huge drop off from what we're typically scoring in these videos, but you know, 18 billion is nothing to laugh at either. Still very strong showing from someone that has a hollow star, is missing levels, and is only hype 2. So definitely excited for what we can possibly do moving forward on this day if I get more hype for Penta, and if I manage to find a way to take Cena hype 4. So looking forward to that one. Now let's go ahead and check out what we can do for a tier 4 Titan. If my game loads. There we go. Maybe it's everybody doing all those Grant camping pulls. I don't know. But yeah, just with that, we broke 370 million. We are obviously once again in the top section of the faction to make sure that we can get our rewards. If we can get some more people playing to that 3.2-ish billion marker, we will be able to get our 5 wildcard hype instead. Looking forward to that for sure. And let's check out our Showboat day for 1 hype. You know, the other 2 that I liked for Showboat hype was either Goldberg or Aleister Black. Both of them were very, very, very good. I'm going to check out Goldberg today, because Goldberg was really strong with this snowfall conversion thing. And I think he has, doesn't he have a gear? Yeah, gear for 4 MP, and that's only 7. I don't remember what it was. I was just putting on yellow gem damage, I guess. All gem damage, all gem damage. I guess just MP? I don't know. I figure it would be all gem damage. I don't know what I was doing with Santa here, but sure. Whatever, we'll run this again. No loss there. And yeah, I put that on Goldberg, the Rainbow Flurry skill plate, because he makes snowfalls every single turn. Let's go ahead and steal Zombie Penta's medals while we're at it. Boom. This is fine. I'm not using Cody. That's fine. And then a gem damage medal. That is fine. Boom, boom, boom. Wonderful. Looking good, Goldberg. Looking good. Just need a 150 strap for some Hall of Famers would be nice. The spear isn't a bad shout either. Honestly, probably worth using at the very start of the turn and then just consistently putting out the snowfalls. Yeah, that'll be good for Goldberg on the front end. And for the back end, who can we sort by hype level? Maybe we got some good hypesters. I don't know. Maybe I don't really have that many good hypesters. Haku. Haku's cool too. Let's go ahead with Haku. Just another damage dealer that we can get out there. Because why not? Might as well get as much damage as you can. Doesn't hurt, obviously. And then black gem damage for a move damage medal. We'll take that. That's fine. And we got our skill plates in place. Sweet. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, well, here goes our tier 4 attempt. Well, let's see what we can do. I'm hopeful that we can break our... well, I was going to say our 4 billion, but I mean, I feel like we'll break our 1.35 billion. I think that's what it is. Pretty easily here. So gem damage boost, and then Goldberg is a 1 move to refill everything hitter. So there you go. Let's hit that one more time. Sweet. So we hit 70 mil, 150 mil. $180 mil. And we hit 227. Okay. So our final hit for 227. Let's go ahead and test it out without the gem damage increase. Let's see what we can get here. Curious on what our final hit will be. So that's only 25 mil. Obviously, we knew that was going to not be very good. Our secondary hit for 45 mil instead of 70. Yikes. That one hit for 68 mil on our third hit. So our second hit on the first turn was better than our third hit of this one, even with all the snowfalls. Yeah, so that in 77 mil. So that should go to show you how strong some of these gem damage increase moves are, because it will essentially, your skill plates will feed into how much of a boost you're getting. So yeah, we went down to 112 mil from 220 mil, which is pretty bad. So make sure that if you have these gem damage boost moves that you're using them. So there's our first one there. Let's go ahead with the hit here. And then maybe it makes sense to get a second one off. Let's see. So we obviously know that that's already 79 million from just doing that 1-2. Let's see what happens if we hit this again for another gem damage boost. I think this is where it's not worth it. I think it's supposed to be worth it for the first boost and then not the second boost onward. But we'll see. No, that's 238. So that's pretty damn strong. And here's going to be our final hit. Let's see, that's our third hit. We hit 238 just now, which is better than before. This one was 350. Wow. So I mean, I'm learning here too. And that's kind of why I enjoy this game mode so much, because you get to keep on learning stuff. Obviously, our Goldberg is done for. 300 million is still 300 million. And then with Haku, we get 180% black gem damage increase here. But I think Haku is a little bit different than Goldberg, because Haku, we get to trigger both his plate and the Snow Flurry plate. So that is a 700% boost. I don't think it is worth hitting the finisher again here. I'm pretty sure it's worth consistently hitting that blue move to keep on getting the damage output. I think that was 300 million there on our first hit. We'll test it here while we're at it, because why not? So that was 300 million on our first hit. That's 440, let's round it, 440 on the second hit. And then the downside here is with Haku is because these are countdown gems. We can't do this hit here because the countdowns will get overwritten. 270 twice, so 540 on that finale hit there. And I don't think that Taker turns the bottom row into freeze gems. So we're just going to go ahead and take that swipe. And then he's going to turn everything into power gems. Okay. And then we'll hit our finisher. We'll hit our blue move. And then we'll try to hit the finisher and blue move again. I think it's not worth it here because we only have 2 turns of the blue move instead of 3. But we'll try. So there's our second boost. And here's our hit again. Remember, we capped out at about 540 before. I don't think this will be, in the billion range. Yeah, so 640. So it does do a little bit more, but you're missing out on the actual gem damage itself, which is obviously not worth it. Sure, 640 is better than 540, but it's not better than 540 plus 460. Right, so that's where the kind of hiccup is. So for starters, we'll start with the finisher, and then we can go ahead and hit our backbreaker pretty much all 3 times, and then doesn't really matter what you do on the very back end, because he's going to end up destroying the whole board worth of gems. So maybe finding a good swipe for Haku isn't the end of the world. There's 1, there's 2. Nice, we got a 4 and a 2, so everything breaks. Boom, boom, boom. And then we get our third turn of this. In the scenario that the Titan you're fighting does not break the board on the turn, you can still use that move and start your turn out with a little bit of black gems. So there's 600. And then just because he's going to break the board, there's no point. I do have a nice little 4 match here. That 4 match is another 60 million damage to the face. So that's pretty good stuff. That'll be how we tackle our Tier 4 Titan today. And I'm pretty confident that we definitely did our 1 billion damage for the Tier 4 Titan. That should not be a problem. There you go, that's 5 billion. So just over 1.5 with Goldberg, just over 3.5 with Haku. Pretty solid combo. Could have done that for the tier 5, but the downside is Haku uses the bottom row and Taker freezes the bottom row, so make sure to keep in mind what the Titan does. That is all. And on to our tier 3 for the day. Our tier 3 lets us use any Showboat that we want to. So it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to just go ahead and use Alistair, because I like Alistair for this this game mode. It's pretty strong, to put it kindly. Make sure to utilize your tag links if you can. So moving forward, obviously these MP tag links will be very helpful. It doesn't matter who we use here. So I'm going to go ahead and break out Kevin Owens again, because why not break out Kevin Owens again? He's not going to do anything other than just give me the SmackDown tag link. I'm going to steal back Zombie Penta's strap, and I'm not really even worried about the medals. Aleister Black should be strong enough to wipe the floor with this guy pretty effortlessly. So we're going to get right on into it, and we're just going to throw caution into the wind without medals, because again, it's only 400 million, which is pretty basic stuff. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. A shorter video than typical, and that is obviously because you can only tag out Ticina so many times instead of what the norm is and would be on other days that doesn't have the class disadvantage. Got a lot of loot gems there. I wish there was some type of loot from Titan. That'd be kind of cool, huh? If you had like the 13 loot box thing, but it gave you like some additional hype or additional Titan currency or something like that. Maybe like since we're fighting Striker Taker, if you got up to 13 loot gems, you can get like, 3 extra Striker wildcard hype or something. I don't know, just ideas. But yeah, I mean, you can tell Alistair, he scales up significantly quick with his gem damage boost as well. Very similar to Penta, because his is 150%, Penta's is 90%, but Penta also comes with the multi-gems, so it's a pretty solid day, to put it kindly. I still think it's probably my worst day right now is Showboat. Showboat and Tech, I feel like, are probably my worst 2 days. So something like that will show me what I should be working on. Obviously very easy to get tier 3 done, and just like that, we're done. So we hit our damage rewards for tier 3. The Titan is KO'd, obviously. Hit our damage rewards for tier 4, and we hit our damage rewards for tier 5. Nothing crazy today in terms of damage numbers, but Striker seems to be a tough day for most people when you have to use Showboats. But oh, sorry, I was going to say, but that's going to be the end of this one. It's not. I'm going to go ahead and check out the Titan shop, because I forgot to today. Taker's fine, but I'm not going to burn my currency on him yet. Buzzard is okay. I'm pretty close to getting him to hype 4. Howdy's good. I'll take the 5 Howdy hype. Mosh, I'm not really losing sleep over. Anvil, I'm not really losing sleep over. Maybe we take Mosh just once, just so that we have 10 hype for him in case we got to use him in a tag. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll start buying Taker and Buzzard hype if I start getting into the millions of the currency here. But that's going to be it, officially, for this one. So if you like the video, make sure to like the video. If you enjoy the series, do the same. Share with all your friends that want to see what Bob's experience was on Striker Day, and leave some comments below. Let me know. Let me know what you think of the series. Let me know how you're feeling about today. If there's any questions that you have or things along those lines, or any requests into what characters to use or any of that type of stuff, the comment section is where you can leave all that wonderful stuff. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. So until next time, y'all, have a good one. Bye.